The storm passes, giving way to a pristine golden dawn. And upon the white shells, the first signs of a breakthrough appear.
A faint sound emerges from the dark wood mulch. The long, silent wait is finally over.
Weighing no more than a single tree leaf, a blind, naked, and incredibly fragile life enters one of the harshest environments on Earth. In the heart of Brazil's forgotten wilderness, survival is not a choice. It is a relentless war against time. For centuries, these ancient Caraiba trees have stood as lonely fortresses, guarding the final secrets of a dying landscape.
But amid the monochromatic gray of the thorn forest, a ghost appears, a flash of pure, sapphire blue.
This is the male Spix's Macaw, alone, magnificent, and carrying the weight of his entire species' survival on his wings. His call echoes across the empty canyons, a desperate plea into the void, searching for a reply that may never come. Then, against all biological odds, the desert answers. A miracle emerges from the shimmering heat haze.
The first encounter is critical. In the wilderness, trust must be earned before a dynasty can begin.
With a display of vibrant feathers and ancient rhythmic movements, the male begins his ultimate performance to claim his mate.
Acceptance. The female lowers her guard, signaling the formation of an unbreakable, lifelong genetic alliance.
Locked in a gentle embrace of bone and feather, two souls become the last hope for the revival of their kind. Together, they take to the sky, their wings beating in a flawless symphony of survival. Ready to the sky, their wings beating in a flawless symphony of survival, ready to face the harsh desert as one.
Their first task is to secure a fortress, and this ancient, battle-scarred giant will be their chosen sanctuary.
Male inspects the hollow. Every strike of his powerful beak tests the wood against the violent storms and predators of the Caatinga. The female approves. Deep within the heart of the living timber, the foundation of a secret nursery is laid.
Peering out into their new domain, they stand at the threshold of a dangerous yet beautiful new chapter.
Day and night, the pair works tirelessly, pulverizing solid wood into a soft cushion to insulate their future generation.
With meticulous care, the female shapes the perfect nursery, a precise, circular cradle where her fragile treasures will be safe.
But in the desert, new life attracts old dangers. A silent assassin begins its slow, cold blood. Like a bolt of blue lightning, he strikes. A calculated, furious blow that sends the predator plummeting into the thorns below. The danger passes, but the adrenaline remains. Under the cover of complete darkness, the greatest miracle of nature begins. A painful, exhausting struggle to bring forth new life. An egg. Fragile, flawless, and containing the genetic blueprint of a species hovering on the absolute brink of extinction. Over the next 96 hours, two more treasures join the first. Three irreplaceable hopes for the future, shielded from the harsh world.
For 26 days, the female will become a living statue, enduring total confinement to keep the life inside alive with her body heat.
Outside, the dry season tightens its grip.
His beak is a biological masterpiece, capable of exerting immense pressure to unlock the highly nutritious oils hidden deep within desert nuts. Every return is a triumph. At the threshold of the nest, a tender reunion signals that the provider has successfully fulfilled his duty.
He shares his hard-earned bounty, transferring vital energy directly to his mate, sustaining her so she can sustain their unborn young.
Deep within the calcified shell, a tiny heart begins to beat. A microscopic rhythm that signals the awakening of a new generation. Suddenly, the desert erupts in a fury of dust and wind. A violent sandstorm tests the structural limits of their ancient timber fortress. The male positions himself at the breach. He becomes a living shield, enduring the suffocating sand to keep the internal air pure for his mate.
Inside, instinct rules. Despite the chaos outside, the female carefully rotates each egg.
Storm passes, giving way to a pristine golden dawn. And upon the white shells, the first signs of a breakthrough appear.
A faint sound emerges from the dark wood mulch. The long, silent
Nothing is wasted. The mother swallows the broken shell, recycling critical calcium while completely erasing any scent that could guide a predator to her newborn.
She lowers her body with absolute precision, sheltering the shivering chick beneath a specialized patch of featherless skin, transferring the vital warmth of life.
Within 48 hours, the family is complete. 3 tiny, blind siblings form a fragile huddle, completely dependent on the devotion of their parents. Spirits. The pressure on the father intensifies. Long before the sun breaches the horizon, he is already searching for the soft.
A complex chain of nourishment. The father passes enriched food to the mother, who refines it with vital enzymes before feeding the hungry chicks.
In the wild, equality does not exist. The firstborn uses its size advantage to dominate the feeding line.
By week 3, the true identity of the hyacinth macaw chicks unfolds. The dark quills burst open, revealing.
As night falls over the Caatinga, the 3 blue siblings merge into a single mass of shared warmth, sleeping safely beneath the protective canopy. It can come in the smallest forms. A predatory army ant breaches the inner bark, guided by the scent of fragile, undefended flesh.
But nothing escapes the watchful eye of the mother. With surgical precision, she neutralizes the tiny invader before it can inflict a lethal sting.
By week 3, the true identity of the hyacinth macaw chicks unfolds. The dark quills burst open, revealing.
As the chicks grow, space becomes a premium. The father introduces fresh wood chips, systematically burying waste to keep the fortress perfectly sterile. A passing tamarin monkey scans the branches, searching for nests to raid. But the strict sanitation routine of the parents leaves absolutely no scent behind.
As night falls over the Caatinga, the 3 blue siblings merge into a single mass of shared warmth.
The demands of the nursery are now overwhelming. For the first time, both parents must hunt together, leaving their young to face the hollow alone.
Flying side by side in perfect unison, they form an extraordinary partnership, an elite biological team driven by a shared genetic mission.
From the depths of their wooden cave, 3 fully feathered juveniles look up toward the bright entrance, their worlds expanding beyond the bark. On day 50, instinctive training begins. They pump their fully grown wings, building the critical muscle mass needed for the most dangerous moment of their lives. High above, a shadow falls over the sanctuary. An aplomado falcon, a specialist in aerial ambush, locks its gaze onto the high canopy.
With eyesight 8 times more powerful than a human's, the predator calculates its strike, waiting for the perfect moment of vulnerability.
Disaster strikes. Overeager to see the world, the oldest juvenile loses its footing and slips from the ledge, plunging helplessly into the open air. Falcon dives. A terrifying, high-speed descent, transforming the predator into a guided missile targeted straight at the
But the father is faster. Screaming out of the canopy, he launches a desperate intercept course, placing himself directly between the killer and his son.
An explosion of feathers and fury. In midair, the father grapples with the faster predator, risking his own life in an ultimate display of parental defense. Feathers and fury. In midair, the father grapples with the faster predator, risking his own life in an ultimate display of parental defense.
With a crushing grip of his powerful beak, the father inflicts a painful blow, forcing the defeated predator to abort the hunt and retreat into the distance.
Exhausted but victorious, the father stands guard, his stern vocalizations commanding the terrified young birds to retreat.
Day 60. The time for hiding is over. The mother uses a bright desert berry.
Standing at the edge of the abyss, the oldest chick hesitates. The instinct to fly struggles against the terrifying primal fear of the open void. Sometimes, nature required a gentle push. The father intervenes, sending his son tumbling into the sky where hesitation is no longer an option.
He falls freely, his wings thrashing out of rhythm. For 2 long seconds, gravity threatens to drag the rare bird into the lethal thorns below. Then, millions of years of wind.
An awkward landing, but a definitive victory. He joins his mother, emitting a triumphant chirp that marks his transition.
One by one, his siblings follow. Together on the high branches, they form a sight that has not been seen in this desert for a generation. As darkness covers the savanna, the family sleeps under the open stars, leaving the safety of their old wooden home behind forever. The next morning, nature claims the empty cradle. Fire ants invade the old mulch, a stark reminder. Moving out across the desert, they fly in a tight military formation, the experienced parents guarding the flanks to protect their vulnerable young. Against the dying light of a crimson sun, the 5 blue spirits drift across the horizon, a living testament to the power of parental devotion. The dry season peaks. Water has vanished from the surface, forcing the family to locate a secret, vital puddle hidden beneath a massive boulder. The water source is a known trap for predators. The father drinks first, his amber eyes scanning every shadow before signaling that it is safe to. Discipline is a survival tool. The older brother disciplines his clumsy sibling, teaching him that loud splashes can invite a swift and lethal attack.
Discipline is a survival tool. The older brother disciplines his clumsy sibling, teaching him that loud splashes can invite a swift and lethal attack.
The mother demonstrates a vital survival technique, expertly stripping away the highly toxic outer rind of the favela fruit to
moments. The lesson is absorbed. With flawless execution, the young male replicates his mother's actions.
6 months old, their feathers have deepened into a majestic cobalt blue, their transformations complete. They are no longer juveniles.
Then, on a quiet dawn, the parents slip away without a sound, flying over the distant ridges.
Their cries are answered only by the desert wind. Left entirely to their own devices, the siblings must now choose.
The oldest brother takes command. Launching into the sky, he leads his siblings forward, forming a brand new, independent wild flock.
Success. Finding their own food sources while maintaining a strict defensive watch, the young flock proves that they are completely capable of conquering the wilderness alone. From a distant ridge, the old parents watch their successful children. A final, warm call anchors their
1 year later, the young male has become a magnificent, independent adult, mapping out unexplored territory.
Arriving in a pristine forest patch, he locates a perfect, untouched hollow, ready to establish his own sovereign kingdom.
Call of a wanderer finds a companion. A beautiful wild female lands on his branch, her soft melody signaling the start of a new lineage.
He steps out, spreading his magnificent blue wings to begin the ancient dance, completing the eternal, unbroken cycle of avian life. When the rains finally arrive, the gray desert transforms into a vibrant green paradise, mirroring the incredible resilience of the deep within the fresh timber. The new pair begins their work, carving out a secure sanctuary where the next generation will be born. For decades, human greed brought this species to absolute silence, wiping them from the wild until not a single blue feather remained in these skies. But through decades of global dedication and modern science, the aviaries have been opened, giving these captive-born warriors their sky back. Our blue pioneer launches into the wind, his iridescent feathers drinking. A breathtaking ribbon of cobalt blue cuts through the crimson sky, a sight once thought lost to history forever. The wilderness has claimed its children back. The trees no longer stand silent. They echo with the vibrant music of a resurrected dynasty. Weighing no more than a single tree leaf, a blind, naked, and incredibly fragile life enters one of the harshest environments on Earth.
2 ghosts have returned, and this time, they are here to stay.